Please subscribe my YouTube channel and press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another updates from my YouTube channel. Hello guys, so today I'm going to talk about Mapstruct. So what is the Mapstruct and how we are going to be integrated with Spring Boot? Okay, so that's what I'm going to discuss here. So what is Mapstruct? So basically Mapstruct is a code generator guys. So it's going to be generated like a couple of code. So and after that it's going to be do mappings between like Java bin types and the DTO class. So how it's going to be generate the code and how it's going to be do mapping, so I'm going to demonstrate here. Okay, so let's open our Spring initializer here. So let's add some code here. So I'm going to take Mapstruct as group and let's take Spring Mapstruct demo, and we need few dependencies, that is web dependency, and we need JPA dependency, and we need Lombok dependency for setter and getters, and we need MySQL, okay, to work with MySQL guys. So let's generate this project. You can import into your ID. I already imported this project into my ID to save the time. And so let's create one entity class. So let's take package as model name. I'm going to take entity class name as product. Okay, and I'm going to add getter and setters. So this is Lombok setters and getters guys. Okay, so this is entity class. And coming to, so let's generate one DTO. So for the time being, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all the fields, whatever that entity classes have. So I'm going to take it as same fields here. And so I'm going to add it setters and getters. Okay. So first of all, like I would like to discuss, so what is the entity class and what is the DTO class? What is the difference between like entity class and this DTO class? So this entity class is mapped with table guys, mapped to the table, whereas like, so this DTO class is mapped to the view layer. So let's say that your Spring Boot application is integrated with the Angular application. So whatever that data we are going to represent to that view layer is DTO. So this fields is going to be represented in the view layer. So not this entity class. Okay. So generally like in the real-time application, so whatever that entity class has fields, so is not exactly will have this DTO class. So let's say that, so we don't have this description. Okay, so we have only couple of fields here and we have a description inside this entity class, and we are not going to represent the description into that web layer. Okay, and so again like we have to do some mapping right in between this DTO class and this entity class. So let's create one mapping class here. So let's create one mapper package. Inside that I'm going to create as product mapper. Product mapper. So this could be interface. And so here, so I'm going to write one method, so that is product DTO. So here we have to tell, so what class to what class we are going to do mapping. Okay, I'm going to do some mapping from model to DTO. Okay, so here we are going to take input as product, and okay, and so same thing, let's take another method, so from DTO to model class. So but so here it's going to be written product, so here it's going to be taking product DTO. Okay, and so this is interface, right? So we need product mapper implementation class, so we have to set it, so all the fields required to this product DTO here, and here we need to set it all the fields to the product. So that could be we have to do manually, right? So inside the mapper I'm going to create another implementation class, product mapper implementation class. Okay, so inside this, so let's implement our product mapper here. Okay, so let's add implementation methods to our implementation class. So here we have two methods, right? So this model GTO. So here what we have to do is, so let's create product GTO object. So this product DTO is going to be view on the web page. And same thing, so we have done the model to DTO, right? So DTO to model. So again, like we are going to create object product here. Okay. So this is like we have written manually. So what are the implementation product implementation classes there? So all this code that we did manual way, but this is time taking process, right? So in future, like if you add like any other fields to this product entity class, and again we have to do mapping here, right? So that is like time consuming process. So that is the reason this Mapstruct is came into the picture. Okay, so what this Mapstruct will be do is, instead of writing this product mapper implementation code, so the Mapstruct will generate this all the code. Okay, so let's remove this mapper implementation class here, guys, and I'm going to take it as product mapper implementation class. So I'm going to generate it, so with the help of this Mapstruct. So how we are going to do it? So let's see here. So go to this documentation. So here we have installation instructions, guys. So I'm using Maven, right? So if you are using Maven here, so you can copy this dependency and go to your pom.xml file and add dependency here, and let's add this dependency version as well. Okay, come here, the properties, let's add this dependency version, and after that we have a plugin, guys. So this is plugin, so let's add this plugin as well, and come here, add this plugin. Okay, so here we have like path, right? So inside the path, like we have abstract process. So same things we have to be write one more thing, that is Lombok path as well. I already have some code here. Okay, so like this we have to add, guys. So that is Lombok path we have to add here, and Lombok Mapstruct binding path you have to add here. Okay, once you have added successfully, let's refresh this Maven. So it's going to be generated like Maven dependencies related to this Mapstruct. Okay, so go to your mapper class. Okay, so now we have to tell to this product mapper class, okay, to Mapstruct. How we are going to be tell is, so you have to add mapper. So this mapper is related to Mapstruct. Watch.mapstruct. This is annotation related to Mapstruct. That's it. Simply we have added mapper class here. So now this is going to be generate the product mapper implementation class. So this is means like the Mapstruct is going to be generate this implementation class. So what you have to do is simply go to this Maven lifecycle. You can just run this compare. Okay, so if you run this, it's going to be generate this product mapper implementation, guys. So okay, build is success, and come to target directory. Okay, so let's see here, come here, click on generated sources. So here we have annotations. Inside the annotations we have a package. Inside the package we have product mapper implementation class. This is generated class. So let's maximize this. So if you see here, we have one annotation, that is generated annotation. So value is coming from Mapstruct mapping processor. Okay, so this product mapper implementation implements the product mapper, and it's implemented these two methods, model to DTO and DTO to model. So whatever that we have earlier coded, manually, the same things it's generated automatically, guys. So see here. Okay, so this is going to be save a lot of times. That is the advantage of Mapstruct. Okay, so let's open our product mapper class. Okay, so how we are going to be get our generated mapper implementation class here. Okay, so if you want to get it, our product mapper implementation class here, so product mapper, see how you can access our product mapper implementation class, guys. And so this is one thing, and after that, so let's open our entity class. This is my entity class, right? So this entity class will have like id, name, description, quantity, and price. Coming to this product dto, so this doesn't have the description. Okay, so now, so let's say that in the product class I have a description. Okay, that is desc. And so coming to this, so let's copy this and come to this product dto. So let's add, instead of description, so I'm going to take full name here, description here. So in the product I have only shortcut, that is desc, and in the product dto I have description, right? So when you generate this, so when you compile this, so it won't map automatically, guys. Okay, go to target and generate sources and open this product mapper implementation class. Okay, so we don't have description here. See this, so we have only id, name, and quantity, price. We don't have any description because so the name is different in the dto and entity class. That is the reason. So this implementation class doesn't have the description field. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to map this in the mapper.java. So let's open our product mapper.java and come here. So we have mapping annotation. Okay, so let's take our mapping annotation here. Inside that we have source and target. So let's take source here. Okay, so the source is product dot. Okay, so in the product we have dsc, and I'm going to take target again. So this is dto. So in the dto we have description, right? So let's add description in. Okay, so now, so I want to add it so here as well. So that is dto to model, guys. Mapping, we need source, right? Source, here the source is, so this would be become reverse direction here. So here product dto dot description and target would be dsc. Okay, so that's it. Can compile this. Compilation is success, and open product mapper implementation class here, guys. And if you observe here, so we are setting the description, right? So we are getting product description from product and we are setting to dto, and the same thing. So here we are setting description here. We are getting from dto and we are setting to the product. Okay, and so if you want to set it like some default values, okay, so we have a column that is default value. Okay, if you want to add it description, so you can add the description here, and let me add here as well. Okay, let's run this. open product mapper dot implementation here. Okay, so if it is null, so it's going to be set the description default value. So if it is not null, so we'll get it from DTO and we will set it. Okay, so this is how we can set it the default value, guys. And so, and this is one way writing from DTO to model. So if you want to use it inherit inverse configuration, you can use that as well, so without writing the same code here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, let's remove this. Okay, so here we have already mapping configuration, right? So we want to write it in the reverse direction, like inherit inverse configuration. Okay, so it's going to be provide the reverse direction, the configuration here. So that is the inherit inverse configuration, guys. And if you run this, it will generate the same code. Now if you want to use like Java expression here, okay, so by using Java expression, if you want to generate like some random ID, so how we are going to achieve, so I'm going to demonstrate here. So let's open our product class. So let's add private int some ID. So that is, I'm going to add some item ID here. So this item ID, so let's copy in the DTO as well, guys. And so this item ID, I'm going to be generate here as well. Okay, so generate by using Java expression. So let's add one mapping annotation. So okay, and so this could be string here. Forgot to add string. Let's add string here as well. Okay, and let's add, so import. So inside the import, I'm going to add, so this UUID. For class. So that's it. Okay, this is random UUID. Okay, so that's it. So you can come here to showing some error, adding missing annotation parameter target. Okay, so this could be target, guys. So let's add target here, and let's compile this and see the output. Okay, it's generated successfully. Open our implementation class, setting the item ID. So by using this UUID dot random UUID to string. Okay, so this is how the Java expression will work, guys. So this is one way. And so what about the data types? So it's automatically converted the data types, guys. So let's say that in the entity class, so we have a integer quantity. Okay, but so in the DTO class, so if the quantity is string, okay, let's change into the string. And so if you run now, so see the Mapstruct how it's going to be convert the data types from int to the string, guys. Open product mapper dot implementation class. So we have changed quantity, right? So let's open our quantity here and see this. So it's converting. Okay, so the conversion is took automatically by this Mapstruct, guys. So you should not bother about how it's converted from string to integer, integer string. Okay, so even if you see here, so here also it's converted. So that is the advantage of Mapstruct, guys. And come to this product mapper class. And so what if like if your entity class will have like one more child entity. So So let's say that I have private list of some item. Okay, so let's take it as items. Okay, so this item I'm going to create here. Let's create on this one. Let's create an item class. Okay, so let's and getter here. Okay, and so let's import it. So let's import list here, and let's copy this list of items in the product DTO. And so let's say that this is items list. Okay, the name is different, the DTO to the entity class. So now, so if you want to like map this one, so how you are going to map in the mapper class? So let's open our product mapper class. Okay, and add one more mapping annotation. Okay, so list. So that's it. So this is how we can map your child entities, guys. So let's compile this and let's see the output. Okay, build is successful. Let's open our implementation class. See here, so it just took from so item list from the product DTO and it is setting the items here. Okay, so it's working fine. Same thing, it's in the model to DTO as well. It's so if it is not equal to it's setting the items list, guys. Okay guys, so till now like we have seen like so how we are going to use the Mapstruct. So but like if you want to integrate this Mapstruct with the Spring Boot, so we need like Spring Beans, right? So how we are going to be integrate this Spring Boot with Mapstruct? So let's see now. So let's open our product mapper here. So in general like so if you want to access like our product mapper implementation, so we will get it like this instance and we will use here. Okay, and so if you want to create component, okay, then how we are going to be create the Spring Boot component, so I'm going to explain here. So inside this mapper we have component model, guys. So inside this component model we have to provide Spring here. Okay, so this, so with the help of this, so it's going to be create the component. Okay, so let's compile this project and check it out our product mapper implementation, guys. Okay, it's compiled successfully. Let's open product mapper.implementation class and see now. So it's a component now, so we can use inside our controller and we can auto add this product mapper implementation. Okay, and so I'm going to create the CRUD API now. So with the help of this Mapstruct, I'm going to create the CRUD API. So to work with this, basically we need a repository. So let's create one repository, guys. So let's create a repository. Inside the repository, I'm going to create product repository here. Okay. Okay. So that's it. So let's annotate with repository and let's create one controller. So inside controller package, I'm going to create product controller here. Okay, and so let's annotate with a bit of REST controller here and here. So product repository as well ready now. So let's add one method here. public okay, so let's return new response entity. Okay, so inside that I'm going to take product repository dot save. Okay, so inside the save method I'm going to take it as this product mapper dot, so I'm going to take it as DTO2 model. Okay, so DTO here is product DTO, guys, product DTO. And okay, we need HTTP status here, status dot created. Okay, so that's it. So our save method is ready. So let's add post mapping, and let's add some endpoint. I'm going to take it as products here. Okay, so to save the products data inside MySQL, it's ready, guys. And now next I'm going to yard inside this new response entity. I'm going to take it as product mapper model to DTO here. Okay, model to DTO. So inside that I'm going to provide product repository dot find out. Okay, so that's it. And finally we need http status dot okay. So here the response entity is throwing some error. Product repository record type is product. Okay, so basically we need a list of products, right? But this is a single. So if you go here, so if you observe here, we have a single product, but we need like multiple products, right? So what you need to do is you have to add one more thing here. Okay, and let's add models to DTOs. Okay, so this is another method. So here I'm going to take list of product. So this is also going to be written. So list of product DTO, guys. Okay, and so this is not required, remove this, and this is also not required, remove this. And if you compile this, here let's comment this, let's add a return null here, and after generating this, so we will make use of that product to DTOs, guys. Okay, so the compilation is success. Let's open our product mapper.implementation class here, and let's check models models to DTOs. So it's generated list of, okay, it's returning list of product DTO here. So let's make use of that method inside our controller. Okay, so let's remove this, let's uncomment this, let's maximize this, and here I'm going to take it as models to DTOs. Okay, so it's, there is no error now. So let's add, so get mapping here. Okay, and let's add endpoint product, right? We need a specific ID, right? So let's copy this entire stuff and it's ready now, guys. So you can return the response here. So product mapper have model to DTO, right? So you can use that method. So inside that method, so you can pass product repository dot find by ID here. Okay, so inside the find by ID you can pass your ID, and here you can provide HTTP status dot OK. Okay, so it is optional, right? So let's take get method here. Okay, so it's ready now, and so I want to delete it by specific ID. So how we are going to use, so let's see now. So I'm taking method name as delete by ID here. Okay, once I get it this product DTO, what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete it by ID here. So let's remove all this code, and so we need a product repository, right? So product repository dot delete by ID. So you can process product DTO dot get ID, right? So get ID. So it's going to be delete that ID here, and finally I'm going to return some new response entity. So inside that I'm going to pass HTTP status dot deleted or no content. Okay, so like this, and this could be return void here. Okay, so that's it, guys. And so this could be delete mapping. Okay, so that's it. So, and so in the product entity I have an ID, so let's add one generated value. So generated, okay, okay, it's going to be generated automatically, guys. And finally we need application.yaml file, guys. So let's create file application.yaml file. Application.yaml file. So let's paste my application.yaml file. So here I just paste like Spring data source properties, guys. So I have a driver class name, username, and the password, and the URL for this MySQL data source, and we have some Hibernate DDL properties here. So I'm just creating, so this DDL auto, and I have this dialect information here. Okay, so let's start this application. Okay, the application is started, but it is throwing some error, guys. So error creating DDL. Okay, so the problem is, so let me open my entity class. So this is my entity class, right? So here I have a description, right? So let's change into description. Okay, and so this is not required because both are same, right? Okay, so let's rerun this application. Okay, this time it started successfully, guys, so without any errors. Let me open postman here. So this is my URL, guys. Okay, so 8080 products. So this is the post. I'm going to insert the data in the database. So here I'm going to create some products. So let me create, that's it. So let's inject this. Okay, it is inserted successfully, guys, and let's insert one more. Okay, so post is working, guys. So let's check the get endpoint. Let's find all the products here. Okay, so we got like two products here, so it's working fine. So let me test specific ID. Okay, so find by ID also is working, and let's delete it by ID. Okay, so I'm going to delete. So which product ID is 1, and let's delete this. Okay, it's deleted successfully, and let's get it all. Okay, we don't have product ID 1 item, so because it is deleted successfully. Okay, so it's working fine, guys. Okay, so now if I want to do some validation, like when I'm like trying to add like some invalid ID here, so that is like -1 or -2, so it has to be throw some exception. Okay, so now I'm going to write one validator here, guys. Let's minimize this. So validator product validator. Okay, so this is component, and so let me create this class, guys. Okay, so here I'm going to pass message. So super message, and let me add response status here. Okay, so http status, and I'm going to provide some BAT request. Okay, so this is product validation exception. It's going to be extends for runtime exception, guys. So I just added one constructor. So the response status is BAT request, and that's it. Come here, and okay, let's add return statement here. So that is ID here. Okay, so throws product validation exception, and once we created validator, so we need to use this validator in our product mapper. So inside this mapper, so we can use this. So this is our product validator class, right? Okay, so that's it. And here, so we need to be throw this product validation exception, guys. Okay, let's copy this. Okay, so that's it. So you can restart your application and test your validation part here. Okay guys, it started. So in the place of id null, I'm going to provide some value, so that is -1 here. Okay, and so let's post this. See here, we got bad request. Okay, because the id is -1, so that we have written validator here. Okay, so the validator is validating our id. Okay, so this is the bad request is coming from our validation exception. Okay, this is the bad request. Okay, so that's it guys. So if you like this video, please go ahead and like this video. If you haven't subscribed my YouTube channel, so please go ahead and subscribe my YouTube channel.